Do you find yourself coming home after a long day and deliciously anticipating the next Game of Thrones? Or maybe you like one of the crime or action dramas. Or maybe for you it's one of those irreverent, sarcastic satires. Either way, how do you know if it's your pain body watching TV? Or if it's in fact real nourishment and just a rest? So, all of us have all kinds of addictions to watching various medias. It's a perfect distraction for us. And you know what? It's also a great place to rest. I think media is a fantastic place to do what I call park your mind, so that your being can rest and rejuvenate. And there's all kinds of fantastic creativity out there we see in TV land. However, we want to make sure that it isn't our pain body watching these shows. Now, your pain body, great term from Eckhart Tolle, I love to use it. Your pain body is going to be a root belief system that has a story of some kind of vast limitation. So each of us is totally unique, and our life situation has created an amazingly unique kind of a belief system. Personally, my core root system that used to get in the way all the time was around injustice. A story that the entire world was full of injustice. I was never going to get out of it, and the best that I could do was fight for it. Some people have a core belief system in futility, that there's just nothing one could ever do, and we have a powerlessness. Some people have a core belief system that they are simply not up for the task, that they're just simply not good enough, and they're kind of half-baked or half-assed, and they're forever trying to prove it. They're forever trying to prove that they're not half-assed, but they keep proving how much they are. So anyway, all to say that we all have a unique wiring that creates a unique pain system, but in all of these examples I'm showing you, you can see the profound limitation. Now, in our actual freedom, in reality, there are not these limitations. These are conditioned beliefs, mostly from our childhood and from our lives, that repeat constantly this limitation and limitation and limitation. And that belief loves to show up after work and click on the Netflix and watch show after show after the show that mirrors right back the proof of that. And guess what? A show like Game of Thrones or CSI New York or Dexter, any of these shows are perfectly set up for your pain body. And there you are, hour after hour, munching away on this limitation. So how do you know? It's the way you feel when you're watching this show. At first, pain bodies have this kind of yummy, familiar feeling. And we just want to get right in there. But after a while, when we just keep having the same core belief system mirrored back to us again and again, we have this such discomfort in our system, especially compared to the kind of yummy nourishment that real clarity and real freedom give us. So sensationally, if we hit pause on the Netflix and we went over, let's say, to one of Kiran's meditations and hit play, or Eckhart Tolle, or anybody else, Muji, and we sat there for an hour and we watched that meditation, what that feels like in our system, that is a genuine yum. That is a genuine nourishment. Now, I'm not saying that you should be spending your time in all of those meditations instead of the Netflix. What I am suggesting is that you be aware of what pain body is showing up to watch what series. And if you're having a day where that particular pain body has been pretty activated, you might choose a different show, one that has no pain body. HGTV or W Network or one of those programs that are about home renovations or about choosing a better wardrobe, or you may find all kinds of kid shows that are quite fun and exciting that don't have this level of pain body. So you take a look for yourself and you decide what level of pain body you're continually feeding with your next episode of Game of Thrones, and then you make a decision on how you want to experience your evening. more and more limitation stories just feeding themselves, or a little space to just rest and be nourished? So I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and send any questions or comments my way. And every Wednesday we post a new answer to one of your questions. So we'll see you next week.